He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Demon Deacons offense will go to work first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
The Demon Deacons are facing 3rd and inches. Trying to pick it up on the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good 3rd down situations, execute on 3rd down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air, it's Van Buren. He's got him. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Demon Deacons come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Hit as he throws. Soft spot in the middle. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
And sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Stands in and takes the hit. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too.
Well, this guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film room this week because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive play there. This defense does not have an answer for this dude.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking about?
Maybe getting your
touchdown, Wake Forest. Quick strike through the air for the score.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculate it down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on 3rd down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup, accurate throw, and they get paid.
And he makes the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Army's offense will have its first possession of the game. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Give to the running back. He did not make make it a stone wall on third down. The Black Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Secures it at the 30. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Fires to the tight end. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Here comes the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Picked off. What a play by this defense. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. Johnson wants to throw it. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Now the play fake. Bring in the heat. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played one quarter. We've come to the break, and it's Wake Forest holding the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Breaks into the open. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Black Knights will punt this one away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Wallace. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The give to the back. At the 35, he's open. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. Going downfield for the big play. Catch inside the 25. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Demon Deacons come to the line with a new set of downs. The toss to the right. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Running back searching for a hole. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice his safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. He'll pull it on the read. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option play.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's third and goal from the 1. They'll run it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on fourth and goal from the 1. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Demon Deacons.
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on fourth down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us in the end zone, and they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. Flying down the left side. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. You get the big play, now to pay it off. 1st and 10 in the red zone. They'll send the back in motion. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. He's got his man. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business. They really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. The option look. Quick toss. Touchdown, Black Knights! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And you're going to need more of this in the second half. That's the way you punctuate a drive at the end of the first half to cut this to a one-possession game. You need more of that physicality in the second half.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, Mountain West teams colliding in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Duke was able to cap off a close one in Durham with a narrow victory. And that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the Mountain West, and that certainly held true again today.
What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down. And the Demon Deacons will hustle to the line. Back to throw. It's Van Buren. The short hands. It's Wallace. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now inside the 20. 1st and 10 from the 18. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
This is why he's the quarterback leading his team, because he can do things like that, the unscripted stuff, and buy time, scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass down.
Touchdown, Wake Forest! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Sticks it in his belly. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. One more snap coming before halftime. To the air on 2nd down. Fires one high and deep. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Demon Deacons will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the option. He'll do it himself. He'll toss it. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll keep it himself. A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Under fire. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play is over. And that one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Turning it on. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Black Knights are moving quickly down the field. Now on the option. And the ball is free on the pitch.
In this offense, they like their quarterback running these QB-designed runs like you saw right there, but the defense, they're going to light up every time they see him tote the rock. They know they've got an opportunity to lay a hit on him and create a takeaway like they did right there.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Across the 25, he's got room. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
Well, this guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Got his man on the right. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Those linemen can get a little aggressive sometimes in pass pro, and it'll cost him. Touchdown off the board, and they'll back up 5. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wide receiver comes in motion. On the move, it's Wallace. Oh, spins away. And they corral him at the 2-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that.
Touchdown, wait. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. And the Black Knights in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
That's why it's so important to have success on first and second down. They're running the ball on second down. You trust your O-line to get the job done. The running back does his. And now, with the positive play, you're setting up 3rd and inches.
Surging forward on the sneak.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something pop.
There he goes. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Black Knights line up to punt it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. A quick pass to the left. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Back to throw, it's Van Buren. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 1 more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. He tries to take the top off. Makes the catch down the right side. Lots of room to run. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Well, you talk about getting out of jail free. They changed that field position in a heartbeat, and now they're ready to roll. They've got the screen set up. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Demon Deacons now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. It'll be 3rd and long. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop. They'll start this drive going to the air. And his first pass is incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Wiggles free. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Dyer. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
Under fire. They get to him as he throws. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Red pass, it's complete.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
The Demon Deacons line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's going up top here late in the game. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Black Knights are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. To the air, it's Dyer. Fires on the move. Got his man to the left. Oh, he's got some space. The 20. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Sends it back in motion. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Using his feet to buy time. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Army!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And the Demon Deacons, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. He completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it
breaks into the open. Headed to the end zone. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that.
Max going for the goal line. Touchdown, Wake! And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Dyer. They're working that left side. He has a knack for taking away the tackler's leverage. He's out to the 34. The Black Knights can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they've put together 3 consecutive